Yo, good morning. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's my Friday. Last stream of the week. For me. Be out of town tomorrow and Friday, back on Monday. So happy Friday. Markets are up 0.73% on the day so far. Nice little push off the open. Actually, a really nice push off the open. Oh, wait. That's not as much as I thought. I thought it was 150 points. It's like 60 points. So not that nice of a push off the open. Here's the daily chart. We did clear out the range. Maybe we're pushing. Maybe we get a nice push out of this. Rotate back to the top of the daily range. Up into like 25, 8, 900. Could be cool. Don't forget, whenever I'm out of town, the markets are typically fairly volatile. Just throwing it out there. There's not a lot of things certain in life other than when I leave the charts, volatility spikes. News on the session, we've got Fed barking is barking at 8:35. Crude oil inventories of your crude oil trader is at 9:30. 5-year notes at noon. Nothing during the stream. NVIDIA earnings after the fact. All right, before we get too deep into the session here, it's time for some kind of hard golf. We got a par 32. Oh boy. Just a little finesse to start the day. Freaking easy. I don't think I can hit this, right? Is it a waste of a shot if I do this? Kind of a waste of a shot. I don't think I can get that. I can't even get that one. What the heck? I wonder if I can do this. This would be crazy, actually. I should have thought about this to begin with. Okay, sick. Okay, I have to go with the that finesse shot there. Okay. Bro. This is a hard shot. I gotta answer this. Terrible timing. Alright. God, dude, this shot. %, not bad. It's just not great either. Not bad. That was a sneaky hard round. No kidding. I got screwed on that first shot. I got screwed on a few of the shots, actually. Chat, there's a possibility I have to run back to my house in 30 minutes or so. If I do, I'm just going to leave the stream on. I'll turn off the face cam, leave the stream on so you can watch the price action. I'll be back afterwards. It probably will take 10 minutes. Just letting you know. It's a possibility. Or we just call it an early Friday. I don't know. Football as well. No, it's no problems. Just have a guy coming to work at my house. And the window is between 8 and 12. And really anytime like after like 9:15 is good. But he's gonna be there like 9:05 or 9:10. Yeah, it might be like 15 minutes. I don't know. All the snow in New York. Any cold weather for you? Bro, it's hot. I have 88 today. 31 Celsius high. 88 is crazy, dude. Good news is that tomorrow I'm going to be in the cold. '88's crazy though. '88's like borderline swimming weather. What's up, Brad? Yeah, 88, chat. I'm going to be swimming outside in the actual pool sooner than later. Not having to go to the indoor pool. For summer or more of a winter person? You know, I'm really a fall and spring kind of guy. I mean, who isn't? I enjoy like 70s. That being said, with the current situation with working out and having to swim, I'd rather be able to swim outside. Because right now I have to drive to a pool to swim indoors because it's cold when it's cold, and I'm looking forward to not having to do that. Well, that's 15 minutes. I'm officially greenlighted to trade, and we have just gone basically straight up. We've got Delta looking all right. Pretty mellow movement, honestly, in the first 15 minutes. How much off is the current Apex discount? I actually don't know. I think it's probably 50. We got point of control up here now, chat. 383 contracts at 99.5. You can just type in code TBM on any of the account sizes and do the math. I honestly don't know. I think it's 50. 90% off ended last night at midnight. I mean, a little rotation off of volume at 25,300 seems pretty decent, given the fact that we just ran at 150 points. We just don't really have any selling going on to make me... I would love a delta divergence up here. Just played kind of hard golf for the first time, scored a 65. That's tough. Come on, they never come at the beginning of a window. That's what I'm saying, dude. All right, 520 or 320s here. Still kind of grinding. I mean, ride the wave might be right. It might just be a straight up grind day. Okay, another push up through the 20s. Delta divergence, slap it. I'm down for a sell. Without that, push back into point of control. Delta holding up might be a long. Market's currently up 1.1%. Slow grind has been initiated. It's either gonna go up or go down. Trust me, bro. It's true. Only facts were spoken. Maybe starting to see delta divergence. Candle's closing in 30 seconds though, so I want to wait for that. But I like the, I think I like the retrade in like 27, 30. Yeah, a little bit of volume at 26, depending on how we close out. Build out after missing it by a point. Probably should have taken it off, but it's a cheap trade. I want to try it. I think I probably get stopped based on the flow. Maybe not. We got a little bit of sellers trying to come through. We're just not moving that much. I do think that if we go down, though, we break the prior low, to be honest. If we can run back into 15, which is right where my 10 points is. There's a stop out. I got stopped dirty. 3 extra points of slippage. That's lame. It ran 90 points, or 90 points. It ran $90 in the money there. Books are just not really super jacked. I ended up taking a 10-point loser there after I had my stop at under 7 points. Right here, like, we didn't really have that much selling going on. I wanted to see it with, like, the lag, but the lag, we grind in the lag right now, so wait and see. I mean, we're really holding the +2 standard deviation. I think a long at 30 could make a lot of sense. Like, a retest of basically where I got in at short, I think is actually interesting. 30 to 26. Wait it out, though. The 3 points of slippage there just kind of blows. Ran up into 350, I believe. 348.5. Liquidity higher. There's that retest 31. I am long off 26.5. Prior open. Liquidity higher. Looking for some continuation. Go ahead and move that break even. I'm gonna pull this up. Looking at the prior open, I like the liquidity higher. Missed it by a tick. Uh-oh. That is never a good sign. The reason I pull it up, I get stopped out break even. Missed it by a fucking tick. Literally a tick. Stopped out break even and it runs right back up. Take the base hit, Matt. I know. I felt really good about that exit, to be honest. Literally missed it by a tick. I think it's just unlucky. Can't do anything about that. Tick for the tick. I know. I think we push it higher too. That break even stop too, just getting also tapped to the tick. Miss the fill by a tick, get break even stop to the tick. Market gods, dang you. Triple top on the 1 minute. I imagine we push that higher. They did this just to hit you. I know. My stops got ran. Time to call the Fed. This can't be right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, if you're just tuning in, one loser, one break even. This one was unfortunate. This was less unfortunate. Fading a move. Thought I had some sellers coming through. I didn't. Stop was at the highs. Got slipped by 3 points. It was a $130 risk that ended up becoming $190 after the market stop. This one, missed the fill by a tick, ended up getting stopped out by the tick, and I'm down 195. Retesting to point of control could be interesting. The question is, if we do slap, how heavy and how fast we go, right? Okay, trying to make its move into point of control. I think this is a good spot, but also 80 is very interesting to me. 80 is arguably more interesting than point of control, but especially, I mean, that was a good response at point of control. But I think this is a better response. Back up into volume even. But I'm gonna take the base hit. Yeah, the mornings have been tough this week, Silver. That being said, it's not been a bad week. It's actually been a great week. Minus yesterday. Yesterday I ended the day up $140 per account, which is not bad. It's just not great either. It's not that building, really. Oh, nice push. But freaking having to put in work the rest of the day, which is fine. It's really nice when it just like happens in the morning and then close out and not have to do anything with it. It's less nice when you have to like kind of grind it back out after taking a little break. But I think I'm probably gonna take another payout tomorrow or Friday. Probably take another payout Friday. Since my last payout, I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. I'm a little iffy on it. If I flip a contract or something, or can find a trade to take tonight, that would technically be 8 days since my last payout, and I could request on Friday. Not sure if I want to do that. I'm TBD. Or it's just wait till Monday, take some trades on Monday, request Monday. I don't know. Why not request it tonight? I don't have enough days. One of the days was a holiday. We had President's Day since my last request. And the minimum amount of time between payouts is 8 days. You can take as long as you want. But I'm happy with the buffer I have right now, so I'm down to take another one. Just depends on how I'm gonna do it. Mentally, I would rather take the trade right now and request going into a vacation. That's just more fun. Mentally more fun. But I also don't want to force something stupid at night, and I hate trading nights. Holiday request of the one. I do agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Going to Colorado. Gonna go skiing. A little bit more whippy. Last couple candles. GG's KP. Always good to pay yourself, but keep room to survive. Oh, that's the only way to do it, man. Gotta have room to survive. Mason, I don't know. I don't do that. I would just trade my regular size. I think, honestly, it's not that bad to find a 10-point move and just call it. It's not going to be like an average size day. All right. Buyers maybe trying to step back up again off of volume at 36. A little liquidity lower back into point of control, and we got liquidity higher through 400. I've already had all of my required days to be past the $50 thing, Amy. What mountains are your favorite to ski or board? I have not gone skiing that much. I've been to Angel Fire when I was really little. And then as an adult, I went to Park City and Vail. I enjoyed Park City a lot, but I was also with friends. Vail, I skied by myself. I've been to Colorado way more in the summer than I have in the winter. Hoping to change that. I would love to go skiing every year. I really love it a lot, but with our kids' ages, it's just hard. When they're a little older and they can do the ski school thing, that will be really fun. Okay, we're gonna hold the 30s. New 5-minute candle opened up. New little hammer. Higher open at 43. Still, like, don't really have that much, like, aggressive selling going on by any means. Gracie, you just need to be patient. I waited 4 days on mine. I think. Yeah. Maybe 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Okay, a little doji on the 1 minute. With some buyers maybe trying to step back up. Yeah, KB, got one of my good friends goes to Wolf Creek. You're gonna love the ski school age. I know, I can't wait. I just hope they like it too. Okay, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens at point of control, because like we're either gonna hold point of control or we're gonna rip right down to 80. Based on the movement, I would think that we probably bounce point of control, but I would rather get 80 filled. But a 30-point dump seems like a lot to ask for. I think I can look for something like this at point of control. Stop on the tail end of volume, risking 7 points or so. If I get stopped out, basically looking at 80 right afterwards. Got a little bit of liquidity lower. Feels like an overnight session. After the last couple days of volatility, this feels like an overnight session. Man, red line algo popping off, huh? I have 20 accounts right now, no net plays. Oh shoot, someone got the Medal of Honor? The helicopter pilot. That's sweet. I followed a dude on Twitter for a while. Messaged him a few times. Who was a 160th Night Stalker flyer, special operations helicopter pilot. Follow him on Twitter. We've messaged a few times together. The dude flew the Black Hawk attack version. I forget what it's called now, the exact number. But the one that's got like the miniguns and all of the stuff on the Black Hawk. He flew one of those for a long time. Got the coolest freaking videos on his Twitter. He had offered he was raising money for a charity, and if you like donated money or whatever, he would take you up and fly you in one of those and do a gun run. I was this was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was like so down, and then he ended up having to call it off. He couldn't get approval on some of the stuff. Yeah, missiles too, yeah. I was like, that would have been the coolest thing ever. Obviously, it pay to play a little bit, but like, it's going to charity. Didn't happen. It would have been so sick. Guy now runs a headhunting recruiting agency to find special operations, ex-special operations guys jobs, which is also pretty cool. The 160th is crazy because they fly all of the special operations for all of the branches, basically. So those dudes are like always on. Very, very cool segment of the Army, actually, in my opinion. Coming from the guy that always wanted to be a pilot in some capacity. Very cool. All right, we got point of control coming up. Without that many sellers, but doesn't mean we can't flush it. Candle's closing out right now. I would just like a dump into 80. And I just don't know if this play happens. We'll see. Can we flush point of control? Delta doesn't really look like the answer is yes or no. That would just like a dump and wants to flush it. That's right. Okay. 300. I'm not gonna get the fill, am I? I have that feeling. Okay, 20 points isn't that much to ask for here. A 20-point dump is not that much to ask for. It's really not. It's just today we were moving like a slug. But we're going to flip it green and push right into the 20s. Darn it, man. Felt good about that one. 5 points off. I liked that area a lot. I think I'm still interested. 5 points isn't quite enough. But we might also just push right off it. Minute and a half for the next candle. Sitting on point of control. I mean, holding the line right now. Candle closes in 30 seconds. Red line algo, good for 10 points again. What's up, Teddy? I missed by 2 points. That will not hold, as it misses me by 2 points and goes straight to target. I do think that probably if we rotate back down, we're probably going to go back down to volume 35. But I just don't even think I'm going to get the fill, man. Missed by 2 points. All right, we're cracking the downtrend right now. Buyers coming through. Big time. Retest the point of control. Bid it up. I like to bid up into the 20s after the retest the point of control, but well, that was perfect. I mean, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. It literally went to my entry. I just didn't get filled out, and then it went right to target. 0.25? No, that literally hit it. I just was too shallow in the books or whatever you want to call that. I mean, Literally perfect from what I wanted to see. Retest and fill. Instant. Just didn't get filled. It's one of those days. Nice to see the direction play out the right way. The whole trade idea was damn good. I mean, honestly, here another point of control retest into the prior open is not bad. I just think we probably pop it. Yeah, we probably pop it first, or just don't even retrade it. IB is formed in 5 minutes, chat. 4 minutes. I'm watching Delta here to see how we respond. We're losing a little bit of the buying power currently. Doesn't mean we're not going to do it. We've got Delta or initial balance forming in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. If we can keep price below IB over the next 2 minutes, you know, close at 340 or something like that, a power push through 360, retrade it is a good IBH breakout, in my opinion, on a day like this where it's kind of grindy. We're feeling more grindy. I mean, are we going to pop IB with a minute and a half left? It's comical. Are the institutions watching the stream? Duh. All right, I'd be a set, chat. We just don't have that many buyers right now. Doesn't mean we can't do it. No buyers on a grind day is fairly common. One second, chat. Sorry, chat. Got my first payout 2026. Appreciate the content. GG's, Brea. Or Brian. Brea. Brian. Oh, there's point of control. Brad, welcome to the team. Appreciate your support. Another flush into the 80s, huh? Kind of shocked we don't go for the highs there. I think we still might. I would like for us to clean out the liquidity through 80. Still interested in the 75 spot. Value area low on the session. Getting through the liquidity at 80. Running the wicks just a little bit. Ideally, it would be like a 20-point flush here. This is some slow action, boys. Feels a little like watching paint dry, not gonna lie. Why is he streaming trading if people are gonna get wrecked? For the combos, the ideas, the reminders to be patient. I mean, how big are these 1 minute candles? 8 points, 9 points. Sitting at point of control, boys. I think if I can get the fill at value area low, the rotation back to point of control seems very nice. But we are currently just in a absolute standstill. What are your thoughts on views on ICT, Matt? I've talked to ICT a lot. I don't trade the way he does, but I have respect for people that trade. As I said yesterday, I don't really, I don't touch into the drama. I stay as far as away from as I can. That being said, like, I've talked to a lot of people and I judge how they act to me, and that's all I can do. I don't really care to do anything more than that. But ICT comes into the stream every now and then. Might be watching right now, you never know. But we trade different ways. Doesn't mean one is right or one is wrong necessarily. Push, buyers look all right. Take this order off. I mean, we're just stuck in the range. Later, Silver. Yeah, chat reminder, today is the last stream of the week. I'll be back on Monday. I'm out tomorrow and Friday. Be back on Monday at market open. Chat, I have a video dropping tomorrow going over 5 things that I think is very helpful for trading psychology. I think it's worth a watch. It'll drop tomorrow, probably at 10 a.m. So I think it's helpful to watch it. Either you're brand new and it will help you, or you've been around a long time and I think it will be good reminders and help you. But yeah, that video will drop tomorrow. At the end of the day, and I say this in the video, but at the end of the day, strategies only get you so far. There's a lot of different ways to make money in the market, a lot of different strategies that you can use to see price action and trade it. The hardest part about trading is keeping your money, keeping your mental strong to where you don't tilt, don't revenge trade. You got to learn how to lose, things like that. That's what I'm talking about tomorrow in the video. I think psychology is the big differentiator between traders, to be perfectly honest. From people that can make money and people that can keep money. I think the trading psychology side is the differentiator there. I think most people can make money trading. Just can you keep it? So, yeah, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Check back at the channel. Or just turn on your notifications, that little bell notification next to the subscribe button. God, we are still just pinned at point of control, man. I would really like to find something. I would really like to find something to trade. It just does not make sense to get into this crap, I don't think. Bless you, thank you. I mean, is it as simple as this, chat? Problem is, I like that 76 as an entry, potentially. I probably would want to keep it a little tighter. Last little bit of volume at 88. A little bit of liquidity there also. 48 contracts sitting at 90. Or do we mega dump as we retest the lows? Or is asking for a 10-point flush just too much? It seems like that's actually the case. Candle's closing in 30 seconds. These are like 5-point candles, 6-point candles on the Nasdaq on the 1-minute chart. Yikes. New candle opened up. Trying to break the prior low. Don't worry, it won't do that. Just gonna get stuck right back into point of control. Sometimes when the market's annoying, you just gotta talk bad about it, you know what I mean? Gotta talk mean to the market. Missed my fill by 2.5 points. Got filled long, 88.5. Now the question is, do we actually bid it or do we flush it? Go and move that break even because it's up 5 points. Trust nothing today. I wouldn't be shocked for us to mega dump. All right, here's 10 points. Good trade. Just snoozy, man. It's very snoozy. Taking 3 trades, 1 loser, 1 break even, 1 winner. I'm flat on the session. I'm literally break even. So I think I'm going to call that as just is what it is. I mean, I missed that 1 trade by a tick. If that, I think I didn't even miss it by a tick. It just didn't get filled, and then it ran right to target. Then waited for this for 40 minutes. I think I'm just going to call it a flat Friday. No stream Thursday, Friday of this week. Tomorrow or Friday, no streams. Next stream will be Monday, and I think I'm just going to call it a break even. At least for the morning. Maybe like in the afternoon we're moving a little better. Maybe even mid-morning we're moving a little better, but this is just like not it. Maybe even after 10 o'clock. Maybe we sweep the lows here. I don't know. I'm inclined to think no. In fact, I'm inclined to just mark it in, but I'm not doing that either. Like, we just barely swept the low. Okay, to be fair, 75 is an interesting spot. It has been interesting. 80 is interesting. 75 is interesting. But a 10-point flush seems like a big ask right now, which is crazy. Something like this. 74, 75. I'm fairly interested in this if I can get the fill. But if I can't do it pretty quick, I'm going to move on. Got a little bit of volume here. Very, very little bits. I'd see a little bit of a flush with the liquidity right underneath. I missed the fill by a point. And we're just going to jump right back to point and control. We got some size sitting at 70. All right, I'm going to stick around another 5 minutes. Just to see. Just to see. Someone's messed around with a little bit of a block up here. All right, filled long at 71, 75. Gonna get stopped out, huh? Gonna go through the blocks at 65. Yeah, stopped out, minus 145. It's down 7 points there. I like the trade. I'm gonna call it there. I'm not gonna mess around with this anymore. I went red to break even to slightly red. Let's see what the rest of the session brings. I think we're getting some good movement. Stopped out to the tick and right back to break even. Not seeing it clean. So call it there, boys. Good luck. Be smart, be patient. Enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna have a great weekend. Hopefully the rest of the session brings something interesting. We're getting a little bit more movement. Hopefully it's something interesting. Stopped out to the tick and runs to target. Sick. And that is a great sign for me to get out of here. So I am. See you Monday morning at Market Open, everybody. Video tomorrow morning. Peace.
He's sharp as a tack. He's got his eyes on the Nasdaq. Ain't no looking back. He wakes up every morning sipping on that coffee black, trading numbers on his screen, yeah, he's got that knack. He's got his finger on the pulse, knowing when to buy or sell. He's making moves all day, making his portfolio well, from the open bell to the closing bell. He's ringing that cash register. With every trade he makes, he's getting closer to his treasure. He's a Nasdaq cowboy, riding that market wave. TBM ain't afraid to take risks. He's got money to save. He's catching those highs, dodging them lows, making his name. TBM's the king of the Nasdaq, playing his own game. He's a Nasdaq, king of the Nasdaq, playing his own game.